So, ladies and gentlemen, with these vintage Montreal Canadiens podcasts, we've been going down memory lane. And he originated for me many years ago about conversations about Montreal Canadiens players that were drafted highly but never made the team. Good players from the Ontario League out west or Quebec. And also players that decided to not go with Montreal and end up with careers in the late years of the WHA, mostly for the Quebec Nordiques, the Cincinnati Stingers, Indianapolis Racers, Birmingham Bulls, those 2 years of the Baby Bulls in 78 and 79. But what we're looking at today is the curious case of a player that, to my knowledge, has one of the biggest point totals in Quebec League history. It's Richard David. Now, Richard David, born April 8, 1958, in Notre-Dame-de-la-Salle, Quebec. 6 feet, 195, really strong player on the ice. He came to prominence for the Montreal Canadiens actually in his last year of junior. Now, up until his last year in junior, he was on a pace for 200 Quebec Major Junior Hockey League goals and 400 points. In that last season, he did it. In 78, as almost an overage junior. He was 5th year of junior. He was playing for the Three Rivers Draveurs in the Q League. And that season, he had 50 goals and 61 assists for 111 points in 69 games, and 17 goals and 16 assists for 33 points in the playoffs. So 67 goals and 144 points. It drew a lot of attention. But for some reason, Montreal drafted him, and he eventually ended up on the roster of the Quebec Nordiques for the last season in the WHA. In 14 games with the Nordiques, he had 4 assists. And with the Broom Dusters, their AHL affiliate, he had 5 goals and 2 assists for 7 points. Now, in 1980, in the Nordiques' first season in the NHL, he had 10 games with the big club with no points. But with Syracuse, he had 29 goals with the AHL Firebirds. Now, 81, he split time with the Rochester Americans and Erie Blades. Erie was a secondary minor pro team. In 1982, this was his breakout year, ladies and gentlemen. He became a folk hero in New Brunswick. He had 51 goals and 83 points for that great AHL franchise, the affiliate of the Nordiques, the Franklin Express. Was one of the best players in AHL that year, and with a call-up with Quebec, he did get into the playoffs. So he played one game in that postseason that allowed Quebec to knock off Montreal. Now, 83 had a little bit bigger look for the big team. 3 goals and 3 assists in 16 games with the Nordiques. But he was sent back to Express. Still put up great numbers with 56 points in 48 games. Now, he went to Europe, the Bundesliga, in 84 with 55 points, including 35 goals in 23 games for Duisburg. So, when Montreal took a third-round pick draft on him, he had a lot of players in the 78 draft. I think Richard David was not really given enough of a look at, because what he did in the minors and in Quebec, he should have had a better chance to prove himself. You know, he only played 29 games with the Nordiques. I know the totals weren't there, but he should have given him a better chance. I think David in a part of seasoning. But you got to understand how it worked with the Nordiques. They were taking the best of the Francophone players, either that Montreal had found or they had found, and try to put them on their team. But if you look at the history of the Nordiques, J.C. Tremblay, Réjean Houle, Dale Hoganson, Mark Tardif, everybody else. The Nordiques really depended on that Francophone Quebec Major Junior Hockey League folk heroes. But I mean, David played for Hull and Sorel, which are very popular teams in the Q. And, the Festivals, I heard they had a very rocking offense in his first season in 74. So, playing 5 years of junior in Quebec and lasting there as long as he did. And he racked up a lot of penalty minutes as well. He wasn't, what I call a virgin on the ice. But anyway, Richard David, woulda, shoulda, coulda. A lot of people remember every goal he scored for Franklin, because every goal he scored in 82 for Franklin were quite huge. So I'm glad you enjoyed the podcast. Have a good evening. Bye.